My name is Emily McGuire. I'm a early career fashion academic. My specific area of research is fashion blogs, and I in particular focus on Tumblr culture or Tumblr blogs, and looking at the way in which female identity is engaged with and performed through visual imagery. So I think fashion blogging definitely allows a lot more people to try and access fashion writing on blog platforms, since they are much more democratic. They're much more open and available to a much broader range of people rather than fashion journalism, which is a much narrower, more exclusive industry for industry professionals. So in that sense, I think fashion blogging definitely allows a much broader audience to access fashion writing. I think there's definitely already a positive dialogue between them both. For example, the way fashion bloggers have become sort of their own celebrities and are therefore written about in fashion journalism. So in that sense, it provides a lot of content and new areas for research for fashion journalism. But on the other hand, there are a lot of issues around the practice of journalism being diluted via fashion blogging, since a lot of people engage with it who aren't trained or professional, which has been said to sort of have a negative effect on the industry of journalism and confusing the ideas of opinion-based writing with critical-based writing about fashion. So I think while there's a positive dialogue, I think there's also a lot of sort of issues that exist around how fashion blogging and fashion journalism intersect. That being said, though, a lot of fashion journalist publications are now available via blogging platforms, so issues like Vogue and other publications for fashion journalism are very active in fashion blogging as well. So it's sort of a cross dialogue that's happening at the moment. Journalism will become obsolete. It has a different, in terms of like professional journalism, it has a much different role to play in terms of the fashion industry, and I think it's more a question of how they'll complement each other. As I said, the blogging industry is full of amateurs and sort of casual writers, and the industry has a lot of professionals, and they can both sort of benefit from each other. I don't think blogging will be able to surpass it, simply because, like I said, there's just not that educated mass in terms of who's writing about what and whose opinions are valid. On the other hand, whether print writing becomes obsolete, I think it would have probably happened by now. Blogging's been around for a really long time, a lot longer than we think, since the early 2000s. So, in fact, I would even say that print has actually really had a bit of an explosion, especially on the independent publishing and zine sort of scene. And I think that sort of borrows really well from the democratic nature of blogging coming back over into the print world of fashion writing and fashion journalism and fashion culture. So, yeah, I don't think it'll be